Good morning, students. How are you, students? I think you all are fine. Students, today in English class, I am going to teach you one important chapter, okay? And that is from grammar. And what is that chapter? The chapter which is very much essential for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 students, okay? And keep it in mind that wherever you go, in any class you study, this is a very important chapter which will not leave you, okay? You have to go with this topic, otherwise there will be much problem for you in writing anything and in understanding anything, okay? So just pay attention, concentrate on my speech and concentrate especially on this video. What is the chapter? Direct and indirect speech, and it is called also narration, okay? Now before going to the deep, let us discuss what is direct speech. Direct speech means speaker's actual words, okay? Whatever speakers say, that is written in direct speech. See the sentence. Sarala said, my father has a good business in Delhi. Who is the speaker? Sarala is the speaker. And within inverted comma, whatever is written, that is the actual speech of the speaker. That means actual speech of Sarala. Okay? Sarala is saying, my father has a good business in Delhi. This is the actual speech of Sarala. So this sentence, the Sarala said, my father has a good business in Delhi. This is direct speech because this is the speaker's actual words. Okay. Next, indirect speech. What is indirect speech? Substance of speaker's speech. Whatever speakers tell, the gist or the substance is what? Indirect speech. Okay? Let us see if the direct speech is Sarala said, my father has a good business in Delhi, what will be in indirect? Sarala said that her father has a good business in Delhi. So this is the gist of Sarala's speech. Whatever Sarala said directly, a third person, somebody listened to her speech and now he or she is reporting that speech. And that means she or he is giving the gist or the substance of Sarala's speech. And this is indirect speech. Sarala said. So that is the conjunction we have brought new. Sarala said that. Sarala said what? My father becomes her father because my father is not my father. If I am reporting Sarala's speech, so whatever Sarala said, my father, I have to report, I have to tell to other person that Sarala's father, that means her father. Here becomes her father. So pronouns are changed. You can see when we are changing from direct to indirect, pronouns are changed and one conjunction comes. Okay? Her father, now whatever was there, has a good business in Delhi. That is the same, has a good business in Delhi. There is no change anywhere. So you can see Sarala said here. Said is the reporting verb and my father has a good business in Delhi. This is reported speech. This should be remembered till the end of the video. You have to remember this thing that said here, Sarala said is called the reporting verb. That means whatever written outside the inverted comma, there must be a verb, and that verb, that means outside the verb, outside the inverted comma, there is a verb that is called a reporting verb. Okay? In direct speech, there should be inverted comma, and outside the inverted comma, that means before the inverted comma starts, there will be a verb, and that verb is called reported verb. This should be remembered. Okay? And next, whatever written in inverted comma, that is called reported speech. What is that? Whatever written in inverted comma, within inverted commas, that will be reported speech. So now you know what is reported verb, what is reported speech. Reported verb is the verb which is written before the inverted comma starts. That means the verb outside the inverted commas is reported verb, and whatever written in quotation mark, that means whatever written in inverted comma, that speech is called reported speech. This should be remembered till the end, otherwise you can't understand. Okay, now if we want to change from direct to indirect, like this way, first sentence we have seen, there was direct speech, I have changed it into indirect speech. So there are some rules, you need to remember those rules. Okay, so rules for change of tense. Actually the tenses are changed, and rules for changing tenses are written here. Total from here to at the end of the board, there will be the rules of changing tenses. That means here you have to know the tenses in detail. If you don't know the tenses, so you can't understand what is narration and how you cannot change from direct to indirect. Okay, now rules for change of tense. What is that? The first one is very, very important. If the reporting verb means the verb outside the inverted comma. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, you know present tense? Present tense means if the verb is in first form, or if the verb is added with s or es, that is present tense. The verb in the base form is present tense, and the verb with es or s added, those are all present tense. And what is future tense? There will be shall or will, then V1, shall and will, and V1, that is also future tense. If the reporting verb, that means the first verb outside the inverted comma, if the reporting verb is in future tense or present tense, future tense or present tense, okay, the reported speech, tense of the verb in reported speech, tense of the verb in reported speech means the speech within inverted commas. So in the speech there is a verb, and there must be verb. Okay, so whatever tense is given in the reported speech will remain unchanged. That means the tense in the reported tense of the verb in the reported speech will remain unchanged. That means whatever tense is given, maybe present, maybe past, maybe indefinite, maybe continuous, maybe perfect, whatever tense is given within inverted commas, that will be not changed because of the reported verb that is in present tense or future tense. So this is the first rule. You have to remember well. Okay, learn by heart. If reporting verb is in present tense and future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech will remain unchanged. Okay, whatever tense is given, that will be same. No change of tense will be there. This is the first rule of changing from direct to indirect. Okay, next, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, once again, what is reporting verb? Reporting verb is the verb which is outside the inverted comma. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tenses in the reported speech are changed according to the past tense. So if the reported verb, if the reporting verb, not reported, if the reporting verb is in past tense, here if the verb is past tense, here if he said is in past tense, this is not present tense is say, and past tense is said. So here the reporting verb is in past tense. So if the reporting verb is in past tense, like this way, so tenses of the tenses of the verb will be as per past tense. Okay, here this is in past tense, and this will be also past tense. Has a good business, actually this will be had. Okay, now you can understand. there was a mistake. So if this is in past tense, this will be also as per the rule of past tense. So if Sarala said, my father has a good business in Delhi, that is the answer will be Sarala said that her father had a good business in Delhi. Now you understand what was there? This was had becomes had because reporting verb is in the past tense. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, reported verb also will be in the past tense. This is the rule. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tenses in the reported speech are changed according to the past tense. Okay? Now, coming to other things. I have written here direct here, indirect here. Under direct, I have written reporting verb and reported verb. Under indirect also, reporting verb and reported verb. If in the direct speech, reporting verb is in present tense and future tense, reported verb of any tense, and indirect will be what? That present future, whatever given in reporting verb, that will be there, and the reported speech will have no change. I discussed already in the past rule. Okay, so this is in chart form. If reporting verb is in present future tense and reported verb speech in any tense, then that tense will be intact, that tense will not be changed. Whatever tenses are there, that will be there because of present and future tense. Okay, next, if the reporting verb is in past tense, reported speech, if there is universal truth or habit, then there will be no change of tense. I said that if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tenses in the reported speech are changed according to the past tense. So here you see the exceptional case. Reporting verb is in past tense, reported verb may be any tense, and there will be no change if there is universal truth and habitual action. It means, universal truth, that means you cannot change whatever is there. Sun rises in the east, you cannot change this. Okay, earth is a planet, you cannot change this. After winter comes summer, you cannot change this. So these are universal truth. Habit, you do anything every day, or somebody does anything every day, those are also habitual action. So whenever there is in the direct speech universal truth or habit, if the reporting verb is in past tense, so as per rule, that will not be changed. As per second rule, I have written here, suppose this is the first rule and this is the second rule. As per second rule, we need to change that, but here there will be no change. This is the exceptional case. Okay, this one is exceptional case because of universal truth and habit. Okay, now next, if in the direct speech past tense is there in reporting verb and in reported speech there is simple present tense, what will happen in indirect speech? That past tense in the reporting verb will be there intact. That means outside the inverted comma, whatever verb is there, that is not changed as per tense. The tense of that verb is not changed. So reporting verb is not changed. That means the tense of reporting verb is not changed, never changed. Reporting verb is always in the same tense. Okay, and whatever changes we make, that is in the what? That is in the reported speech. That is in the reported speech into indirect speech. Okay, here if the past tense is there in reported verb and in reported speech if there is simple present tense, so this will be changed into past tense because their reporting verb is in the past tense. So this will be also in the past tense. You can see the changes. Past tense, here past tense, here past tense. Reporting verb has no change. But reported speech was in simple present, it becomes simple past. Simple present, simple past. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. That means whatever present tense will be there, the respective past tense will be there if the reporting verb is in past tense. Okay, if reporting verb is in the past tense, reporting verb is in the past tense, reported verb, that means verb in the reported speech, if it is in present tense, any present tense, that will be of that past tense. Simple present will be simple past, present continuous will be past continuous, present perfect will be past perfect, present perfect continuous will be past perfect continuous. That means just you need to change present into past, as because reported verb is given in the past tense. So verb in the reported speech will be also in the past tense. Okay, so this is very simple. Now coming to the next part. This is a little bit different. Okay, if the reporting verb is in past tense, it was there past tense, here also see, if the reporting verb is in the past tense in direct speech and the tense of the verb in reported speech is in simple past, both side past. Okay, a reporting verb past, a reported verb also past. So what to change? What will be the change in indirect speech? See here, reported verb never change, same. But if the verb in the reported speech is simple past, it will be past perfect. You know the serial of tenses. First we say simple, then we say continuous, then we say perfect, then we say perfect continuous. See here the changes will be one after another. This is simple past. After simple past comes what? Past continuous. So the changes will be not past continuous, after past continuous. That means after leaving one, the change will be the next. Simple past will be past perfect. After simple past, what do you say? Past continuous, then past perfect. Here you say simple past becomes past perfect. That means leaving one tense, we are writing the next one. Okay, that means alternate one. Alternate one. In alternate tense, we have to change the past tense into their alternate tenses. Okay, alternate past tense. Past tense, that means reporting verb is in past tense. Reported speech is also, you see, past continuous. So it will be changed into alternate past tense. After past continuous, what we say? Past perfect continuous. What do you say? After past continuous, we say what? Past perfect. Then comes perfect continuous. So you have to change into past perfect continuous, not into past perfect. After past continuous, the tense is what? Past perfect. So we won't write past perfect. After that, what comes? Past perfect continuous. That means alternate tense. Past continuous, alternate past tense, past perfect continuous. So that means jumping one step. Jumping one step. Simple past, jumping into past perfect. Past continuous, jumping into past perfect continuous. Okay. Next, if the past tense is there in reported speech, reporting speech, if the reporting verb. Okay. If the past tense is there in reporting verb and past perfect tense is in reported speech verb of the reported speech. So after past perfect, which tense comes? Past perfect continuous. And after that, no tense. No tense. So there will be no alternate tense found. We will find no alternate past tense after past perfect, because we see there are 4 divisions of every tense: past, present, future. There are 4 divisions. First one is simple, next one continuous, next one perfect, next one perfect continuous. So if we write here past perfect, so the alternate tense of past perfect will be what? That means jumping one step, what we will find? We will find nothing in past. So this will not be changed. Past perfect becomes past perfect. And like this way, past perfect continuous will be past perfect continuous. So these are the different. You can say these are not changed. If reporting verb is in past tense and reported speech, the verb in the reported speech is in past perfect and past continuous, there will be no change of tense. There will be no change of tense. Okay. Now, words changed in indirect. When you changing direct to indirect, when you changing from direct to indirect, some words given in direct will be changed like this way in indirect. Okay, now will be changed into then. This will be that, these will be those, ago will be before, today will be that day, last night, anything, last week, last month will be the previous dash. That means previous month, previous day, previous week, whatever last given, that will be changed into previous. So the word last will be changed into previous, and after last, whatever written, week, month, year, anything, you need to write it. Okay. Tomorrow will be the next day. Yesterday will be the previous day. Okay. And here will be what? There, either will be neither. Thus will be so. Next day, month, week, anything written will be the following dash. That means following day, following month, following week. Okay. Next changes into the following. Next, come will be go. So these are total the general rule of narration. General rule of narration. Okay. There are some other things which takes place. That means if you change from direct to indirect, there are so many things you need to change, and that can be discussed only after giving as examples. Okay. You just remember these things. These are general things, and there will be some changes if the sentences changes. Sentences are of how many types? You know, sentences are of 5 types. What are those? Declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, optative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamative sentence. In every sentences there are some changes, and you need to know them with the examples. Okay. So I have to show that with those examples, otherwise you can't understand. Okay. So till the next class with examples, you just need to wait and see. Okay. Just wait and see what comes next, and with those examples you will understand everything of narration change. That means everything about direct to indirect. Okay. So let us move to the next examples so that you can understand well. Till then, you just wait.